Hi guys, I am Shannon and we are here with Project Bring Me to Life at Piece of Me. I've got Miss Jody here with me again today. We are going to be interviewing Lindsay here in just a little bit, and I just wanted to give a little intro again about what Piece of Me is and where it's located in Cumberland.
Hi everyone, good to see you again. So Piece of Me is now located at 616 North Mechanic Street, and that's in Cumberland, Maryland. It is located in the Nippenberg Insurance Agency building on the right-hand side of the building on this side. There's a nice big parking lot out in front of it, so you can park at the door and come in. You don't have to find parking in the downtown mall anymore, which is so much easier. And now that we are here, we've expanded our services so that we not only have the usual Reiki and the Theta healing, but we're also offering reflexology and massage as well.
That's awesome. And what are some other things, real quick, that everyone can look forward to in the upcoming months of Piece of Me? Some classes and others.
Sure. With the classes that we have coming up, we have on April 18th, it's actually the Crystal and Stone Healing class. I couldn't remember what that was yesterday, but that's the crystal class. On the 19th is the Sacred Synergy Potluck and Meetup that everybody is welcome to attend. If you haven't been before, you're more than welcome to join us this month, or if you can't come this month, you can come next month. Come and go as you please. Then also we have a card reading day with Shannon, but that is completely booked up in the 3 days that we've posted it. She's completely full now. So we are going to be finding another day to have her come in and do more readings with people, because there are still more people that want days and times. And then also, I keep brain farting with a date for the 23rd. Okay, it's a Thursday night. I remember that. So we're doing it for people who are working during the week, and you work during the day, and sometimes people work on the weekends too. So he decided to go ahead and join us on a Thursday night so that anybody can come. And then on the last weekend of the month, I'm going to be teaching Reiki certification classes for Reiki 1 and Reiki 2.
And real quick, for anyone that missed our podcast yesterday, and if you missed the live opening yesterday, you can check us out at Project Bring Me to Life and get our full interview with Jody. But for anyone that might have missed yesterday, what is Reiki and why is it important for people to learn it?
So Reiki is basically a modality of holistic treatments and healings. And what it will do, for people who are familiar with your energy, you have 7 chakras from the root of your spine into the crown of the head, and each of them are responsible for different parts and aspects of our life, emotionally and physically. And each of those chakras feed our glands and our organs to make sure that our body is healthy. So with the Reiki energy, it'll go in and it'll open up any blockages that we may have. If your chakras, sometimes they go overactive and they'll spin the opposite way. So if that's going on, it'll actually spin it so it's going the right way. It's balanced and open. It helps you transmute negative energy and it brings it to the surface so that it can be healed and you can channel more light and be happier and be healthier.
Awesome. And I personally got my Reiki 1 certification here and plan on doing more Reiki around the area. And I'm just really excited. I had such a good teacher for my Reiki 1. And I encourage anyone that's interested in the healing in a holistic, more spiritual way, or connecting with yourself more, to really embrace that idea and come check it out. And feel free to ask her questions because she's really good at answering them. Let's see here. Is there anything that you're super excited about or really looking forward to in the future, either Piece of Me related or just in general?
I'm always looking forward to the Blue Star Expo. It's like the very first holistic event that we've had in the area for our community. Cumberland has always been kind of thought of as this quiet, sleepy little town where everybody is closed-minded, and it's not really true at all. So this is the 5th Blue Star Expo. It's 3 years in the making now. And that is going to be June 6th up at the Maplehurst Golf Center in Frostburg, Maryland. So we're looking forward to that event and hope you guys can join us if you're in the area.
Isn't that event usually at Windsor Hall or Windsor Castle?
Well, the first 2 times that we had it, it was actually in the Holiday Inn. And then the next 2 times that we had it, it was at Windsor Castle. And lots of people got confused because everybody remembers Windsor Hall. So they were showing up to Baltimore Street to go to Windsor Hall, and we weren't there. But we're really trying to find the best fit energetically for the event so that it feels natural for people when they come in and it's a welcoming area and somebody who's excited to work with us as well. with the Blue Star Expo because it's a really fun event. So we're just kind of feeling around and I guess seeing where the best place is going to be. So Ella Holly is the person who actually started Blue Star Expo, and she is meeting with Maplehurst, and we're going to try that one out this year.
Awesome, awesome. Um, is there anything else in general that you would like to give a shout out about the shop before we get someone up here to ask questions about?
I want to give a shout out to all my friends that showed up today. All of our friends are here joining us. We've got like 7 or 8 people in the shop hanging out, and that's always really fun. We try to be really open community, so like some people, it doesn't matter like if you can't come in and buy stuff. Like that's not like our main purpose here. It's part of the fun because we have to be able to pay the rent and all that stuff. But we're all about community, so it's always fun when people just stop in and talk to us and say how they're feeling or ask questions. So that's the part that's the most important for me, is being able to connect with people. So I'm really excited that since we moved down here too, it seems like more people are coming out and talking to us, and I just would really like to see that continue.
For sure. Well, it is a beautiful day out. Yesterday we had a little bit of snow, but today there is no excuse for you to not get down here to Piece of Me. It's beautiful and sunshiny, and there's lots of awesome people here you can come talk to. And I think now we're going to go ahead and check out some other awesome people that came in. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. Well, we have a couple people we would like to introduce and just give a hello. Would you like to give us your name and what you enjoy about Piece of Me and the local area?
Hi, I'm Wayne. Basically, I've pretty much found my spiritual self here. Um, I've learned a lot about myself, um, just with Reiki and the energy healing. I've been able to like open up, all of the closed circuits in my brain to try and figure out I I didn't really know that I knew this already. It's just turned things on. So it's home basically. So
Would you say that you feel really comfortable in? Do you enjoy the Sacred Synergy meeting? I know we've only had one, but you were definitely there. Tell us a little about it.
it was a good experience because I didn't know that so many people were from around here. Yeah, I didn't know that like so many people from around here were into the same things, and like because I've always felt alone, and I'm like, coming here, I felt like I had some place to go. So yeah.
Is there anything exciting happening in your world, or anything spiritual, or anything in general you would like to shout out to a spiritually awakened podcast?
um, Not at the moment.
That's fine. And in general, how long would you say you've been visiting Piece of Me? Were you a visitor to the local shop before it moved to the grand opening, or the new center on Mechanic Street?
I've been a part of actually like the shop before it was Piece of Me. I was at Galloping Rock when it was on Virginia Avenue, and then it traded over to Virgo Rising on Mechanic Street, and then it transferred to Piece of Me. So I was like home base. Yeah.
Just in general, we like to get different people's outlooks on spiritual healing and metaphysical things. Do you personally enjoy crystal healing or Reiki or any other forms of holistic healing? And if you have a favorite crystal, what is it?
Um, I'm pretty much like into any and every kind of healing, because I'm pretty much psychic, healer. I do a little bit of everything. So I'm a spiritual mutt basically. um, yeah, I think rose quartz and crystal quartz are pretty much the main ones that I use because like I have to search for the other ones that like resonate with me, but I think those two are the main ones.
Beautiful. Well, that is awesome, and I really enjoy your energy. You have very good energy, and it's really awesome that you've been with the spiritual movement in the local area for their moves and over and over. Like I said, this is one of my well-known spiritual places in the community. I feel very welcome here. I enjoy coming here. I enjoy meeting awesome people and getting a chance to talk and share stories. Um, and we're really grateful that you took the time to come up here and give a shout out and what you enjoyed about it. So thank you, and hope you enjoy checking it around, and we would love to conversate more on some of your interesting topics because I know you have lots of interesting topics to share in the future.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Awesome. Well, that was fun. We have lots of other people here. If you are in the local area of Cumberland, Maryland, and you would like to check out Piece of Me, it's at 616 Mechanic Street, and we would love to have you. It's so shining outside, and there's a parking lot, like she said. It's in the Nippingburg Insurance Agency, and we just welcome any awesome souls and good energy, including this awesome person we have right here. So why don't you go ahead and give us your name and a little bit about your background and what you enjoy about the spiritual realm.
Alrighty. My name's Sierra Reckley. I currently live out in Old Town, and I grow hops and veggies and all sorts of things that you can eat. And I also work on an alpaca farm, and we harvest their fiber and make super warm clothing from it. And part of me is my experiences in the spiritual realm are kind of bringing like a heaven back to earth kind of deal. I'm really into earth medicine and healing and kind of like shamanism, just helping people. And I have a feeling that I'm here to bring light and be a spark to inspire people to remember what they want to do. And
That's awesome. We appreciate that, and you're definitely a spark. I felt your energy as soon as you hopped up. And you've tuned into Project Bring Me to Life before and got a card reading. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience, or if you enjoyed it and would come back?
oh yes, I had an Imbalock reading, and it was very personal. It helped me out a lot at a weird time. And yes, I definitely tune in again. And my internet's really bad, but I try. I try.
Trying what matters, and we appreciate it. We know a lot of people sometimes have issues with the internet or trying to watch the podcast, so we do have it so it's audio only. I know we were telling you a little bit ago, but you can also download our podcast at Spreaker.com, and you can just download the audio, take us to work, and just listen to your favorite guests or tune in when we have live card readings on the new moon and full moon. And we always have different readers, and we've got a lot of good feedback, so we're really enjoying that. How long have you been visiting Piece of Me, and what's one of your favorite parts about it?
I've been visiting Piece of Me for about 2 years, and I had a friend. I was having a rough patch in my life, and I had a friend tell me, "Hey, maybe you should ask Judy for some help. She might be able to help you out." And as soon as I walked into her shop, I just felt loved and accepted, and I had a Reiki session from her. And right after that, I knew that I had to learn it for myself and help other people. And Judy's been a huge inspiration to me, and it's helped me grow a lot.
Um, so did you indeed take Reiki here, and what have you learned through your Reiki experience in general, and what would you tell someone more interested about it?
Um,
Did you take Reiki?
yes, I learned Reiki level 1 from Jody, and um, what I love about it is the ability that you have to be able to heal yourself and heal other people and learn about energy and the flow of energy. And anybody interested in it, I highly encourage them to learn it for themselves and help them bring balance to themselves.
Um, what other forms of holistic or metaphysical healing do you enjoy? I see you got crystals around your neck. Do you enjoy crystal healing?
Oh, most definitely. I love crystal healing. I love plant medicine. I just try to encompass all of these forms of healing into one.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite crystal or metaphysical property that you look for in a crystal, or how do you like pick what crystal you might be interested in?
I think that usually the crystals call to me, and my favorite personally is Jasper. But yeah, usually just kind of I hold them and they tell me if they can help me. They catch my eye.
That's awesome. Do you have anything else you would like to share as spiritual advice or healing advice to our viewers of Project Creative Life?
I highly encourage people to watch your show. I love it. I love what you guys do. I'm so thankful bringing people together. I love it, and I encourage people to come here to Peace of Me where they can learn and grow and be accepted and blossom.
Well, thank you. We're really glad to have some interactive audiences today, and really been great being here at Peace of Me. We want to thank you, and we hope you enjoy your day here at Peace of Me.
Thank you, and I will.
Have a great day. So we're still down here at Peace of Me. We have another interview here. We would like to ask some things about Peace of Me, and feel free to come down at 616 Mechanic Street in Cumberland, Maryland, and give us a shout out and a hello. And we would love to see you. We have another awesome person here today. I love when good energy comes and joins me on the stage. Why don't you go ahead and give us your name and what you enjoy about the spiritual community and/or Peace of Me?
Hello, my name's Caleb Shipley, and the thing I love about Peace of Me is when I was trying to find myself more and more, I just one day just stepped in here and it was like, am I home? And everything just kind of pieced together. No pun intended, but it just came together and I understood a little bit more of myself and became more open to not just like spirituality, the earth, the heavens, angels, fairies, whatever there is. It's just everything just connects and makes you feel whole, and you understand you're a piece of something greater.
That was beautiful. I really enjoyed that message, and I think our viewers will too. So we thank you for that. Do you embrace any other kinds of holistic healing? I know I asked the other guests. I see a lot of crystals, and I love crystals because I make crystal jewelry. So would you say that your crystals help you in why you awesomely wear so many of awesome pieces?
And occasionally I carry them with me. I love crystals and stones and everything. They were like the first things I ever connected to and got. And a lot of them were like, hey, give me now. And herbs are another thing I really like. I especially when they're you can make them into tasty teas.
What would you say your favorite herb is or your favorite tea?
Well, I'm torn between rose, like red rose in particular, and lavender. They're just really great herbs to work with.
Have you ever received Reiki or any other kind of energy healing from either Jody or Lindsay or anyone else in the local area?
I've gotten Reiki healing here a couple times actually. I like to come and get attuned every now and then. Lindsay's also used reflexology on me quite a lot. It's kind of helped quite a bit too. I feel a little bit lighter and better when I leave afterwards.
That's awesome. And you also were at the Sacred Synergy meeting, which I encourage anyone else to come to. What would you like to say about that? And would you encourage others that might be necessarily scared to come be themselves? And did you feel at home?
Yes. Honestly, coming here during that, it was a nice little get together brunch. You know, we all just came with whatever we had to bring with food and drinks, got together and got to talk about whatever drives us. I liked seeing that there was people from teenagers to people in their 40s and maybe even 50s and everything. And we were all just coming together to share ideas, food, and just good company and whatnot, even though that kind of sounds like read from a book.
Totally true. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience for the Project Bring Me to Life? And just in general, any little shout outs you might want to give?
Honestly, just come down to Piece of Me and meet everyone, and whatever projects they're supporting is usually always a good thing. Always. And just, I don't know, just come and see where it takes you.
Beautiful. I love that. Um, so we thank you for joining us today here at Project Bring Me to Life. You did awesome. And just in general, we are glad that you joined us here, and we hope that you have a good day.
See you later.
Awesome. So we've had some awesome guests, and there are more people that continue to roll in. We have a lot of awesome goods. I just brought down a whole set of new chakra energy bracelets. They've got aromatherapy and awesome grids and crystals and all kinds of things. So we've actually got Miss Lindsay here today, who's going to talk to us a little bit about what she does here at Piece of Me, and we're excited to have her. So you're back. And yeah, so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you come from and what you enjoy about what you do here.
I'm Lindsay. I do the reflexology here. I've been doing it for about a year. Be getting my national certification in May. Um, I've lived everywhere, pretty much. I've lived all over the East Coast, Missouri, Ohio, Virginia Beach, New York City, all that stuff. So, um, developed an interest in holistic medicine and things like that way back in like 2002. And back then there was nothing in this town. Basically, we had the doctor downtown, and he would have classes sometimes, but nothing really extensive. So it was kind of one of those things where it was an interest, a personal interest, and that was it. But getting to know Jody, it's been pretty cool, and now it's just such so much of a bigger thing.
And you joined Piece of Me and helped expand it a lot. You've did a lot of beautiful things, and you're very dedicated. Could you tell us a little bit about what brought that experience together and what you would like to bring to Piece of Me now that it's bigger and growing?
Well, our we have certain goals set out. She started out in the tiny shop downtown. We've moved here, which is obviously bigger, brighter, and we have more goals of moving to bigger places and opening a whole healing center someday, hopefully. Um, we want it to be inclusive with artists from around the area, just a place where anybody can go. You can hang out, you can have a cup of coffee, you can work on your art, you can come in for treatments, you can come in and talk, religion without anybody getting mad at you. um, Pretty much you can do everything here, um, and it works. So, like like I said, our biggest goal is to get a great big place. Like we have our eyes set on that the old Artmore building up on the mountain. Which if we get that, that'll be the perfect place. And we have all kinds of people in all kinds of modalities that are wanting to join us once we get to a bigger place. So hopefully.
Awesome. All right. So you actually do the reflexology here. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about what reflexology is and why someone should come down here and get a session by you?
Reflexology is it's actually a very big historical argument as to when it originated. They've found evidence of it as far back as Egypt and the ancient Egyptians, but um, I mean, they found things on the walls. I can't even remember the name of it right now, but the drawings on the walls of hieroglyphics on the walls of a physician's tomb, indicating reflexology as one of the major things they did. So it goes from there, and then you have your many steps as it developed. It was originally zone therapy by Dr. William Fitzgerald, who's considered the father of reflexology, and that's basically based on a series of zones in the foot that go straight up and down, and that was taken for many years. And then along came Eunice Ingham, who was like the mother of modern reflexology, and she basically changed it to reflexology from zone therapy. But all in all, basically, reflexology is based on pressure points in your feet that relate to certain areas in your body. You can feel like reflexologists feel for any kind of buildup, and it's there. Most people carry, almost everybody carries buildup in the shoulder and neck area because that's where most people carry their stress. If you actually feel for it, it's like right below your pinky toe. Usually it feels like sand under your skin or something if you push hard enough. What we do is we go to those reflex points, which is what they're called. We work out any kind of buildup or anything there, and usually if it hurts, we can indicate something further. We don't diagnose anything, but we can say, hey, if I'm pressing on this and your back's hurting, that could be maybe your kidneys or something. You should go see your doctor. And I've actually been right numerous times about that stuff, so it's proven. I mean, I was even skeptical of it at first. Um, I'm a big skeptic. I'm the skeptic of the shop. Jody's the big believer. I'm the big skeptic, but we work well together. Yeah, it's a good balance. But I was skeptical, and then as I did it, and I was helping people so much, it was just like, wow, this isn't BS. It's great.
Beautiful. What are some other aches and pains, or just in general things that could be helped or fixed or targeted with reflexology? I know you mentioned like the shoulder stress, but what are some other things that or diseases that may really benefit from a session with you?
Well, first and foremost, let me say before my instructor yells at me, we don't fix anything. Legally, we don't fix anything. However, what the main idea behind reflexology is stress reduction. And for anybody who knows anything medical, stress is like the number one cause of disease in the body. Over anything, you get the flu, it's usually because of lowered immune system because of stress, things like that. So when we help with the lowering the stress, then that helps any point in your body that might be harmed at that time. Um, it's really funny when I get somebody on my table and I'm hitting a certain reflex in their foot and they can feel it like up in their hip or in their shoulder or even in their head. Like if you work the pituitary gland in their big toe, they can actually feel it in their neck, in their head and stuff like that. Sometimes I've had people jump off the table if there was a problem, like it hurt that bad. So I'm like, yeah, usually there's an issue with that. But I mean, I've had people come in who've suffered from um, gout, from accidents, just chronic pain, stuff like that. And it's been known to help with that. If you target those certain reflexes, it can help with things like that.
Awesome. And you also do other amazing things here at the shop. What are some other um, services that you may offer? And I know you do a lot of cool artwork and created things that are around here. I enjoy it. And she might be modest and say it's not that awesome, but it's totally awesome. But go ahead and give us a little bit more about what you enjoy doing here.
Okay. Well, aside from the whole retail part of it, which is fun because I love to. It's like Christmas every time we get an order in, and we just want to go on Facebook and be like, "Come in and see all the cool stuff." Um, I also do aromatherapy with my reflexology, which actually that helps it along a lot. Once you're certified in aromatherapy, then you learn there's a whole other world you can access with certain oils if you know what you're doing and you're careful with them, because people think because it's natural it can't hurt you. Like I'm currently studying herbalism. I want to get my master herbalist certificate. There's a lot of people I know who want to become a naturopathic doctor, so that might be down the road. It really depends. There's so many options, especially online nowadays, that you have access to. So, um, like you said, the artwork. Sometimes I have folks come in and we do. I can't call it art therapy, but it is therapeutic, and we do art. So, we just we paint, we draw. I help these people along, and they really enjoy it, and they say it's very therapeutic. So, every Wednesday, usually every Wednesday, people will come in and we'll set up the table and the paints and everything and just let everybody do whatever they want, help with whatever they want. Kids can come in and do it. Um, I've had a couple people come in where I've taught them how to weave the hemp jewelry, which is really easy. And if you think you can't do it, you can. It's so easy. It's ridiculously easy. We have all kinds of supplies to do that stuff with. We're hoping to add yoga really soon. Yeah, we have classes that we're adding. Like Jody, I know she's planning on doing more Reiki classes. We were going to have some classes in holistic nutrition. I was considering doing a tutorial on aromatherapy. I'm not trained to teach anything, but I can, you know, if anybody who's wanting to know initially about essential oil and aromatherapy, I can take care of. So we're thinking about having one of those and just all kinds of stuff. So it's a work in progress.
That's awesome. Touching on aromatherapy, I'm actually really curious about that myself. So when you do that tutorial, I would love to hear it. What's one of your favorite aroma oils to use in practice or in personal use?
Peppermint. Peppermint can be used for just about anything. It's something you have to be really careful with because it's very any essential oil is very concentrated. And it can poison people in enough quantities. So you have to be careful because it seeps into your skin when it's not diluted. So usually I have all kinds of carriers in my office for all the oils. We've now got a huge variety of them. We do all different kinds of brands. However, we don't have any Young Living or doTERRA because we have friends on both sides of that fence, and we don't want to get in the argument there. So we have other essential oils. One thing I've learned is that anytime somebody's selling one and they say it's therapeutic grade, that's pretty much a BS line. Nothing is really absolutely therapeutic grade. The cheaper it is, the more likely it's cut with something, and it's not 100%. So just keep that in mind when shopping. I mean, I've had good experiences with doTERRA and Young Living, so I can honestly say the more you pay for an essential oil, the better it's going to be. But peppermint, I mean, I've used peppermint for friends who have significant migraine issues. Peppermint helps with that. It helps. I keep a little bottle of it on my nightstand to wake me up in the morning instead of drinking a cup of coffee because it does that. You're just like, whew. It helps with muscle aches, fatigue, all kinds of stuff. So that's my favorite one. And I do love lavender too. It's good for pain management. Like if it's good for first aid. Everybody should have a bottle of lavender in their first aid kit. That's what I got to say about that.
Cool. I enjoyed that comment because I think we have lavender and definitely in our I like to get it in baths. I like lavender baths. That's stuff. I think peppermint would be a really good one too. That would keep you awake and energized. Diluted, yeah. But yeah, that's awesome, and I'm really excited to learn more about essential oils and aromatherapy. What's some other classes that you're looking forward to holding or having being held at the shop, and what's something that maybe you're looking forward to trying to get in the shop? I know you mentioned yoga, but it is a chance to shout out to our other local healers and maybe get some of them down here to help you out.
Right. Well, like I said, many people of many modalities have expressed interest in working with us. We do have a massage therapist that comes in. I think Jody mentioned her earlier. Tammy Diedelhauser. Hi, Tammy. She's one of the best massage therapists in the area. Her particular business is called I'll get it in a minute. It's on a card in my office, but she does massage. She comes to you. She can come to your home and set up her table. I've had her at my house to do my massages. She's worked on my mother. She's the best one I've ever had. And she's also usually at the expo. I don't think she'll be at this particular one. She said something to me about being out of town, but she might be. So, but yeah, she works out of our office. And hopefully we'll continue to work out of our office. So we have, Reiki, reflexology, massage. We'd love to get people in here more to like read cards. I'm working on actually reading tea leaves. I'm learning to do that. We kind of want to be all inclusive, like, one stop, everything's taken care of kind of place. We have dried herbs delivered into us from a very trusted place, but we began growing our own fresh herbs that you'll be able to buy shortly. They're blooming. As soon as it gets warm outside, we have a whole big greenhouse we're going to set up out back. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody says, why don't you make your own essential oil? Nobody realizes that you need like 1,000 pounds of lavender to make a dram of essential oil. So that's not going to happen. But we're hoping that if we get to move to a bigger place, it'll have room for an actual garden that we can plant and cultivate. So hopefully.
That's awesome. And I mean, you've got a slightly bigger place, so you're slowly moving on up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your spiritual side and what got you interested in becoming a part of a spiritual center in the area?
Okay, well, like a lot of folks here, I was raised in a Christian household, and for a long time in my adulthood, I didn't have any religion. I actually studied a lot of them, just looking for something that didn't seem contradictory to me. Again, I'm the skeptic of the shop, so I finally settled on pagan animism very recently, actually, because it's the only thing I've ever read about that I've been in 100% agreement with. And it's basically a part of it's an old Native American, very generic term for Native American paganism, and it's basically the belief that everything has a soul. And I've said it's kind of what I've always thought. But I know growing up I was brought up in Baptist and Brethren and Methodist churches. That we'd kind of skip back and forth. And I know that even as a small child, I never felt right in those places. I didn't put them down for it, but it was just wasn't where I needed to be. And when I met Jody and we started talking about it, I was like, I guess I'm not the only one that's experienced that. So it really worked out. And as of right now, I'm still kind of learning as I go. But it's been fun so far, and she's really been a lot of help. She's probably the most spiritual person I know. So, yeah, if you ever have any kind of conflicts, internal conflicts with your spiritual side or anything to do with that, Jody's definitely the person to come to say, as far as I'm concerned.
I definitely agree with that. I know well, I started my awakening as a young girl, but when I really started getting into that, looking for answers in my late teens, early 20s, when I found Piece of Me, it was one of my, like I said, favorite places, and a lot of other people say it's just like a home. And we're really glad that y'all have moved and expanded, and you've helped a lot with that, and you're very dedicated, and it's appreciated. Is there anything else that you would like to maybe talk about or shout out to the Project Bring Me to Life podcast and the viewers that are looking for maybe not answers, but just some guidance in the general area?
Well, basically in this area, there's two shops that I know of, our shop and there's 4T in this particular area that can help you with these kind of things. But when you go to the Blue Star Expo and you see all those people from all over the state, and you realize it's not such a small thing, it's really a lot bigger than anybody imagined. So I see it. I mean, if you look anywhere online, they say, the whole holistic homeopathic thing is it's really getting much bigger than it used to be. So that's really good news. A lot of people are taking their health more personally, more seriously, wanting to, you know, question things rather than just going in and saying, okay, give me drugs and giving up, which is for a long, long time what people have done. We never advocate not listening to a physician. That's one thing I'm very strict about. I think that Western medicine and our medicine work very well together. It's like I was telling somebody the other day, the cancer treatment centers of America, that's what they do. They use holistic remedies, Ayurvedic, all kinds like naturopathic with Western medicine, and that's why it works so well because it's like hand in hand. And I think it should be more hand in hand with everything rather than people fighting each other saying they're wrong and they're snake oil salesmen, and then people on our side who we don't account for saying, all they want to do is pump you full of drugs and send you out. Um, we're not part of either one of those. So we're really just um, advocating taking care of yourself. Do want to shout out, I know that my 2-year-old's watching, so hi, is he? um, Shout out to Jody, who I mean, I met her years ago, and like I said, she's always been the one that I know I could say anything to, and she would never look at me like I was crazy. She's always been really awesome. And when I told her, I was like, look, you have this tiny little shop downtown, but you're so much bigger than that. You need a bigger place. And I knew that I needed an office for my practice, so I was like, let's start looking. Let's get this together. And we found this place, and I mean, Ella Holly um, recommended us to this place, and it's just absolutely perfect. It's saving us money, and I mean, the vibes is better here too because you're not as closed in. between shops so much. So we have more air and open space and a whole parking lot, which is a big deal to a lot of people, especially my clients who have a lot of issues and couldn't park way far away in downtown and then hobble to the store. So that's helped a lot too. And basically right now, playing it by ear, we're just getting started on the good seasons, the spring and summer. So waiting to see what they bring. I know that last year we did Heritage Days. This year we're going to have our own little Heritage Days in the parking lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's that's what I told her. I said last year, the sunburn, you can see the pictures of her. She was a lobster last year. So I told her this year we'll have to set up our canvas in the parking lot, and we're gonna like cook out and have like some live music and open a shop for people who want to come in. Even people who are on their way to Heritage Days can stop by, see what we got, and then continue up. Other than that, I mean, like I said, we're just playing it by ear.
That's awesome. And yeah, Heritage Days is usually it's a warm festival. It's very, I encourage you to visit it. But just be careful, bring lots of water. And if they're gonna, yeah, sunscreen's a good thing to have. But definitely walk on down, and it's not too far. It's usually on Baltimore Street and on up through in Cumberland, and where Piece of Me is right here down on Mechanic Street. It's within walking distance. You can totally come check it out and give them a shout out. Even whenever you're in Cumberland at all, you could take a minute and check in. They've always got new things coming in. Like I said, I have Shantastic Shine crystal jewelry here, and they have the services, reflexology, Reiki, but they have a lot of other awesome goods. What other products would you like to just explain that you have here, and what are you looking to get in the future that people can look forward to and should check out?
Well, I know that we've had a lot of requests for more of your tie-dye shirts. So that's definitely one thing that we're looking to get. We have lots of crystals, which I haven't done the crystals. I know nothing about the crystals. When people come up and ask me, I'm just like, Jody, that's her area as of right now. She's determined to teach me, so I guess I'll learn. We have all kinds of incense. I insist on a certain brand, that the Satya, I can't even pronounce it correctly. The everybody knows it as the Nag Champa kind of brand. Everything we've gotten from them has been amazing. So from now on, when I order incense, it's just going to be that brand. It hasn't let us down yet. Like I said, as far as the essential oils go, we do have a variety of different brands of those. We have jewelry from you. We have several local artists that contribute jewelry, and we have lots of art here by several people. And like I said, our dry herbs, I just put out a bunch of information that's free. People can come take. It's copied information about, making tinctures and stuff like that out of the herbs we have here at the shop. They can always be used like culinarily, like in your food, but people would think basil, you use that in food. I mean, it's useful for so many other things. Oregano is one of the best allergy meds I can think of. Oregano is amazing for allergies. A lot of people don't realize that what you would put in your spaghetti is actually really good for you too. So there's a lot of information available on that. We have really, really nice purses and backpacks and stuff that I happen to love. It's hard not to take them all. It's really hard, but you do what you got to do. We have these Buddha gardens that are basically sand and stones and stuff, and they're really pretty. We got everything, jewelry that we order, as well as, like I said, people make. Got just a little bit of everything. Candles. We're improving our tarot card section. We have some now, but I'm getting some more. I'm also getting some decks on how to read fortune cards out of playing decks, which I used to know how to do, but I forgot. So I'm glad this is coming. We have locally made wands, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, you name it, we probably have it.
I'm really excited that you guys are getting more cards in. And Jody mentioned earlier, I have card readings on April 11th, but they're actually booked, so I'm going to be scheduling another day. So if you are in the local area, you want card reading or intuitive reading, go ahead and give them a shout out so we know what the demand is on that, so that I can schedule. We can get more readers in here, and it's something that I'm definitely excited to have a center for that now. And just taking a peek around. It's so colorful in here, and the energy is awesome. And we're really grateful that you guys allowed Project Bring Me to Life to come down here and be a part of your grand opening, because this is an experience for us as much as you. You guys are our first grand opening experience, and it's been awesome just being able to have conversation and to allow it to flow. So we're really grateful, and we thank you. And just any final words you'd like to shout out, or any questions I may have missed and you wanted to get some information out there, you can go ahead and let them know.
Not really, just a reminder, we're at 616 Mechanic Street, North Mechanic Street. It's the same building as Nippenberg Insurance and the Animal Welfare Society. If you see their sign, that's our parking lot. Phone number is 240-362-7484. You can call. If we don't answer, leave a message if you'd like an appointment. And I mean, just come on out. You can make a day of it. Get some Reiki by Jody and then come and see me. We have a lot of people who like to do the two together, because apparently together the experience is completely amazing and you walk away feeling completely centered. So come make a day of it. I mean, even on the days you're reading, come get all three. Even days Tammy's here, get a massage. And then, I mean, you'll walk out of here a new person, basically. That's all.
Real quick, do you take walk-in sessions if someone would come in and you're not already booked? Is that a thing, or do they have to pre-schedule?
If I'm here and somebody walks in, I'll take them, no problem. The problem being that Jody and I take separate days off, so on days she's here, I may not be here. And if somebody walks in and I'm not here, then they would have to schedule. It's preferred to call in or email us or Facebook page us 24 hours in advance at least. But if you walk in and I'm here, absolutely, I'll take them.
Awesome. And I just wanted to get that shout out. So yeah, if you're interested, give them a call before you come down anyway and check it out. But for sure, I totally agree that mixing them all together is just a perfect balance and an awesome experience. So definitely, again, we thank you, and we've enjoyed our podcast here, and we hope that anyone tuning in comes down and gives it a visit. And you can also find them online, Facebook. It's just Piece of Me Facebook. Yep. And you can find that through my Facebook, Jody's Facebook, Lindsay's Facebook, and even Suleiman's Facebook, I believe, because he's holding his meditation class on April 23rd at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. So if you are interested in some meditation, come down and join us. And we're just excited to be a part of it. And we're really glad that there's a spiritual center growing in our local area. So thanks for tuning in to Project Bring Me to Life. Did you have anything you wanted to share, Suleiman? Awesome. Well, it's been an awesome day. It's shining out. Come down and visit us. And give us a like on YouTube if you're watching this. And if you're listening to us on Spreaker, give us a heart there. And shine on and stay awake.